Yeah, our team is, I'm really pleased with how the season's finished so far. We have finished with our dual meet season a couple weeks ago, and we did something new at Texas this year. We put on two like really prime dual meets and had 800 to 1,000 people at each meet, and I think that really elevated the performance of our team. A couple time a year, we had a great meet against Virginia. We had a really solid invite, and then our dual meet against NC State, just a 2-day meet. I think we kind of knocked it out of the park, and that's just due to competition, fun, the lights. Like Texas knows how to do things right, and that was a really fun part of the year to have those happen. So I think that elevated just kind of the excitement and the competition, putting like some bright lights on our program when we usually don't have those at dual meets. So that was really fun. Last dual meet that we had at the Sturkle Invite, we got probably two or three more kids to the meet to NC2A. So the momentum is really good. Yeah.
Questions?
You have bigger fish to fry long term. So.
We do. Good.
So I don't know. This is you don't. I guess this is more of a tune-up, but can you talk about the priorities as far as the long-term perspective?
No, I love that you asked that. Big 12s is more of a, we look at it kind of as a tune-up for NC2As. If we don't, we are looking for to improve our relay seeds, and we're looking at having some peak performances, especially for the we can't bring our entire team to NC2As, so we'll take about half our team to NC2As, and the other half, this is their championship meet. So for those kids, when this is their championship meet, we are really looking for some peak performances and just being really competitive. Mm-hmm. And for everybody else, it's really, we have some people swimming off events, and just so we don't get stale. It's when our best kids can swim some different events and still have some of the top times in the country. That's really fun.
So you sit some of them this week?
We're not sitting them, but we're having them do some different events that they may not swim in NC2As. Okay. So just it keeps them fresh. It keeps them. I mean, it keeps them racing, but they're not racing like maybe the events they would swim at NC2A championships.
How many fit into that? Where
probably about 4 or 5.
4 or 5. Okay.
They'll still place really well.
Yeah.
Sure. they'll still place really well, but but it just lets them swim events that they don't have that much practice in, but so it keeps it fun, it keeps them fresh, but they're still racing. So
yeah, do they approach that? Are they a little excited to maybe just do something that's
no, they're really excited. They're really excited. So but also we're pretty lucky to have some just exceptional athletes, very talented, and so at the end of the day, we're maybe with 1 or 2 of them trying to make a final decision what we should swim at NC2A. So because there were a few good surprises at Circle Invite, and Olivia Bray, for example, she can score in the 500 free. She's scoring the 200 IM. So we need to make some decisions how that looks moving forward. Yeah.
And when you're looking at this weekend, do you have anybody in mind that maybe might surprise?
We had some incredible surprises last week. We have a much stronger team going to the NC2A championships than we did last year. I don't know about stronger on paper, but we're bringing more athletes, and so that was one of our goals this year, is to qualify more athletes to go to NC2As. And with the performances that we had at Sturkle, with Abby Pfeiffer making the mile, and McMurray, and in the 500, Bridget in the 50, like that was it was kind of some icing on the cake of the dual meet season.
So how many have already qualified?
The qualifications don't come out until after all the conference meets are finished, but we would say probably 13 to 14 swimmers. And then the diving qualification is in 2 weeks.
Okay.
Yeah. Maybe 3.
And do you think having it here, does that maybe provide any sort of advantage?
We love it here. Swimming in the TSC and is always an advantage, just because it's one of the fastest pools in the country. We have it center course right now, which they don't do it that often, or they haven't since COVID. So they put the bulkheads down, and we're swimming in the center of the pool. It's deep, it's fast, it is one of the best environments to have. So I mean, I think we're looking forward to that, and I think believe me, I'm really, really excited to go to the SEC. But for our last Big 12 championships, I guess we have one more next year, but it is not supposed to be at Texas. So it may be the last Big 12 championships at Texas. I think we really want to set the tone and have some fun.
So you know a little bit about the SEC?
I
In
do.
certain schools?
I do. It is a much different environment. I don't think Flo maybe alluded to that. It's not as I don't know if I would call the Big 12 friendly, but in our swimming and diving
Right.
little arena. But I would say that the SEC is going to be a lot more competitive and maybe a little bit less friendly. But like,
Yeah.
I want to bring some friendliness to it and some competition. You know,
He used the word abrasive too.
I know.
Would you share that?
It was. I would say it was like competitively abrasive when I was there before, and I don't think much has changed.
Is that kind of a good thing in terms
I
of
think it's I mean,
motivation?
honestly, I think it's a great thing. We're going to compete. I think we're going to compete with grace. I'm a competitive person. Our team is very competitive, and we get better. We get better when the lights are bright and having fun like that. So I'm really looking forward to it. I think that environment is unbelievable. But at the same time, the conference championship is a conference championship, and our goals are to win a national championship. And so I want to remember, when we do get to the SEC, what our priorities are. So.
How has Janie Boyle been a leader this year as a senior?
Oh, I would love to talk about Janie, but Matt would probably do a better job.
Okay.
Just because he coaches diving, but she was a superstar for us last year in top 8 on platform. Janie did really well on platform. I'm gonna miss her. I mean, she's an incredible competitor. She keeps things fun. She's like really serious about diving, but then she knows how to have some fun. So
She also mentioned that like you helped her like through her process because she plans on transferring after the season.
she does, yeah.
So what ways have you helped her in any ways? She said you've been supportive and things like that.
No, I mean that's nice of her to say that. I want to make sure that everybody has an opportunity, and if they're not, if we don't have the finances, or like somebody wants to go have an opportunity elsewhere, like they've given us 4 awesome years, heart, soul, like everything they have. Like we're going to support them as much as we can to help them find a great place. So it's about education, being a great student athlete, and they're always going to be a Longhorn. Like we'll secretly cheer for her, but we still want to beat everyone. Yeah.
Speak to your freshmen a little bit, having a big impact on your team this year.
Well, our freshmen is a big kind of rowdy group, and they're kind of coming into their own. Lydia Jacoby probably has had the most impact. Just I don't like to single anybody out, but she's an Olympic gold medalist, and she's been great, not just for the breaststroke group in general, but probably for Anna, because when you only have one person on a relay with the other legs, we've got people, we have some depth, and so if somebody were injured or somebody wasn't at their best, we could replace them. But last year would have been really hard to replace Anna last year. So we are really fortunate to have 2 world-class breaststrokers at the helm. So they are very good.
How about Kelly and her year?
Yeah, Kelly's really blown up. She is. I mean, one of the great things about our team is we do have a great culture, and they love spending time together, and they have a lot of fun, and everybody is. We don't necessarily have captains, but we have a senior leadership kind of thing, and Kelly is leading kind of with the heart and with the fun part. So
How'd she improve this year?
I think she's. Usually, we have our peak performances at the NC2A championships, but she's managed to have like almost not almost every time she gets in the water, she's had best times. But I mean, honestly, she's had a lot of best times this year. She loves racing. She's a great competitor, and again, we talked about those dual meets. She really she knows how to race the best people.
Who's your most competitive swimmer? That just kills me.
Oh. I can't say because, I mean, not because it's a secret, but because I think that's the hallmark of your most talented and the people having the most fun is they are very competitive. Yeah. And I wouldn't, they're generous and friendly, and they like each other a lot, but I mean, we have too many competitive people to like separate it out.
Who's the sorest loser then?
Oh, I'm not going to throw anybody under the bus, but.
To a new level.
It does take it, but I have. they don't show it much. I mean, I know who's really upset when they don't. They're the most competitive people are the most upset when they don't perform how they want, and we have a lot of people upset when they're not
Yeah.
when they're not winning. So that's a good thing to have. That's a really good thing to have.
You came close last year, finishing runner-up.
We
and
did.
A badly, and you tasted, top 10 every year, top 5 lately.
Our goal as a program, part of our vision is to, always earn a trophy, so that and
Right.
earning a trophy at NC2A is top 4, and at Texas it should be to always win a national championship, and that's the place where we're going. But if we have an off year, a young team, then we're always wanting to earn a trophy, and if we have a chance to win it all, we're going to go for it. So I think last year left a great taste in our mouth because it's fun to be runner up, and it's fun to be in second, and comes down to the last relay, and we beat the third place team by 6 points.
Right.
And it was a total team effort, and everybody scored, and that was something really special. And I would love to do that again this year. We're trying not to really focus on let's win it, let's beat Virginia, but
Yeah.
if we can go for a trophy, I don't know what color it's going to be, and we have a lot of fun, and we're competitive, and we're focused. I think there's going to be some magic there.
And one other question on the SEC. How, obviously Georgia's been up there in Florida and Auburn. And how deep is the SEC as far as quality programs that could contend in this place?
They have 4 or 5 really, really solid teams. They're going to have between Alabama, Tennessee, Florida, Kentucky, Georgia. I mean, there are 5 really solid teams that are going to be in the top 15.
Right.
So, we were the highest scoring, if you're the runner-up, we were the highest scoring of the SEC, the Big 12, Big 10. If you, like Flo said, we're already competing against the best teams. I think it's just a matter of how we prioritize the SECs when we move forward, and how that shakes out. You can make a mistake of kind of going all in for the conference meet and then not having it at the end of 3 weeks later. And I just want to make sure we're really careful.
Yeah. It's at Tennessee, right? The Nationals?
Yeah, it's at Tennessee, and they're going to be really good.
Are they a rowdy bunch? When you were at Georgia, were they?
Yeah, they're a rowdy bunch.
Pretty
We were against, when I was at Georgia, we battled against Auburn a lot.
Right.
And Auburn's real good too. But
Right.
I just want to battle against everybody. Yeah.
A couple more?
Anybody that's just come on lately that, boy, look out for her. She's really improved steadily, and now maybe she can score in the NCAAs.
I think the special thing about this, we've had 2 seniors and a junior between Grace and Bridget and Kyla, who we took last year as relay alternates, and this year it looks like all 3 of them are going to make the NC2A championships on their own. So they're going to be individual participants as well. And I mean, Erica's swimming out of sight right now too. So I just think when we're coming on at the right time, it doesn't necessarily all have to be during the season or at our invite, but I'm looking for some pretty special things. I mean, we have some world-class kids, and so